Good evening, Star Lords and Star Ladies. I'm your host, Astro, and welcome to SciGoost, where we post Stars Without Number content. Today we're going to be reading a story from Reddit. My players overthrew a feral colony by airdropping pocket Bibles. Sounds great right out the bat. Just want to share a fun session I had today with the subreddit. Sorry that this is super long. Not to worry, friend. This is our 24th session. My 3 players had just captured a secretive research station orbiting an unknown dwarf planet. The previous session. I had realized after that session the implications that effectively owning a space station would have. Yeah, that's quite a bit. My players settled on using it as a base of operations for their various personal goals, with one player taking a particular interest in the world that the station orbited. The PCs had discovered from pre-Scream logs that the planet was a small colony of 1,000 that had been experimented on by one of the many corporate masters of the Tehran Mandate at the height of their corruption. The corporation had been tinkering with cutting-edge genetic engineering technology and had implanted it in the colonists, monitoring it from their research station. A corporate spy on the station sabotaged the experiments, hoping to garner more power for her own megacorp. While the experiments were shut down, the genetic engineering tech and safeguards were destroyed by the spiteful head researcher beforehand, causing the colonists and their offspring to go haywire, attacking any outsiders on sight. My, this is sounding like an intriguing story. I'm loving it. Ba-da-da-da-da. Don't copyright me. My players tried to think of ways to save these colonists without interacting with them in person and immediately being attacked. One player suggested airdropping Tech Level 4 supplies to their Tech Level 1 colony. That way they'd warm up to seemingly benevolent outsiders. Another player, whose PC is a Christian, one of the only ones in the sector, he discovered the old Tehran religion by finding a King James Version pocket Bible in a ruined Tehran Mandate base. He suggested dropping copies of his pocket Bibles with supplies. This led to the crew agreeing to masquerade as Jesus' disciples. They spent 6 days, just like in Genesis, genius, doing the airdrops and reading the 10 Commandments over their stealth fighters' loudspeaker as Gregorian chants played both in and out of game, and leaving notes for the people telling them to treat the incoming disciples with peace. Absolute brilliance. After I gave them status reports each day on what was happening to the medieval colony, such as denominations starting to form, with some arranging plentiful offerings to their lord, and others trying to be as productive as possible and hoping to be awarded for it, they finally decided to visit the colony in person. They were greeted by a teeming mass of the colony's 1,000 people at their drop pod, some kneeling out of deep respect and others standing at attention. The Christian PC, his decorated Samuel Tech sword in his scabbard, delivered a speech transcribed on tablets by his scribes, aka the other PCs, emphasizing a "love thy neighbor" mentality and a rejection of offerings to the Lord. The previous feudal lord of the colony, whose castle was reduced to rubble after one of the last airdrop days, prostrated himself and asked for repentance for his corruption, which the PC granted. The ex-lord gave a speech emphasizing the colonists' equality as children of God, rejecting a hierarchy of mortals, which the PC heartily agreed with. Basically, my players just created a theocratic communist state by pretending to be Jesus' disciples, and they have now become the de facto priest rulers of the reinvigorated colony of New Vaughn. Bro, you just gave them a space station and you were like, oh no, I don't know what to do with this. And now they're literally ruling a small amount of people on a dwarf planet. Imagine extraterrestrials come down right now and are just like, yo, we exist. Also, Jesus, he's the man, yo. Like, what the frick? that would be a story right there. That's literally what this story is. I love it. Anyways, this has been Goose. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you would like to hear more Stars Without Number content, then make sure and subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when we post. I'm Astro. I am not the only person who is part of this channel. You'll soon meet my partner in crime, Spade of Trades. And if you have a Stars Without Number story, please go ahead and comment it, or if you've read it, posted it, or something, just send us a link, and you will most likely get featured, as we're a very small channel. So I'll totally just throw you up there, bro. Just go for it. Alright, and I'm gonna head out. Have a good night.